Hello everybody, good afternoon, evening, and morning. Hope you're doing well today. Today we're just going to talk about a few topics. I figured we could get started with why I'm creating content and why I wanted to. So, I'll just be working on things while I talk about this. Nothing big, nothing major. But I figure something in the background would be better than nothing in the background. So we're gonna get going. So, good long time ago, I got fascinated by, YouTube videos. Everything about them was cool to me. I always thought it was neat that people were making their own videos of video game content. This is when it was very early. There was a lot of no commentary videos to the point, it wasn't even worth mentioning that it was no commentary. That's just what people expected. So, very young Cage thought that was cool. I had gotten a tripod for a digital camera and recorded some footage of me playing some games, but obviously I didn't do much with it. Big thing I wanted to do with it was like Resident Evil 4, that was my big game at the time. Alright. Then, fast forward some years later, there was a streamer I was really into their community. Very, very chill. Whoop, there went my sword. Very chill person. Kept a good community and always spread, the message of inclusion, not mistreating anybody, their stream being a safe space, the whole 9 yards, And I really trusted and liked them and their content. Then I kind of fell off for a while, stopped watching them for a bit. Then I noticed I couldn't find their Twitch anywhere. And then I noticed their Discord was gone. And I think you can see where this is going probably. But just in case you can't, they got caught up in a controversy. And by caught up in, I mean they got caught being, we'll just keep it clean for this video and say they were copying a piece of garbage. And yeah. I found out by digging around and asking around on the internet. And that actually really upset me. And so I decided what I wanted to do was create a channel as well. Make it be a safe space where people could get along and feel comfortable and be welcomed at all times with no fear of being made uncomfortable and never ever betray that trust like this streamer did. And then of course I never got around to that because of my living circumstances. I never really was in the cards to stream consistently. Not to mention that I was spending a lot of time gaming with a group of people. So that took away from the time available to do that. But that's another story. Okay. So, that's a good bit of bamboo for now. So right back where I was. There was another streamer that I had issues with. Them, it wasn't so much of a safe space, but they did kind of become a figure that I liked and thought were really cool and enjoyed their content. And they turned out to be a piece of crap. Not as bad as the other one, but we don't measure people being, pieces of garbage. They just are, right? So then, of course, I really wanted to make that community even more, but it still wasn't really in the cards. So sometime later, I started playing a game called Dragalia Lost. That was probably the start of me really finding a community that I meshed with, even if I was still mostly awkward around them. So I found a couple people primarily that I attached to in that community. But generally I kept to myself and just engaged with posts here and there. But I still am in touch with one or two of the people that I liked the most from there. Now, this part is a little tricky, and I don't think it's relevant too much, so I think I will actually pass over it. Sorry about that. But, short version, eventually I stopped hanging out with the folks that I was spending a lot of time gaming with, as I said before. And from there, I just started keeping to myself mostly, So, I started watching a lot more of the Hololive streamers, the VTubers, with a particular lean eventually on the Hololive Indonesian girls. Apparently their humor just meshed with me really well and their content styles, but of course I watched a lot of the content, including the English and Japanese content creators. And I actually want to meet and greet with Rene, Pavolia Rene at one point, but that's neither here nor there. Eventually I started burning out a little on watching her content, but I still watched a lot of the Hololive girls. And the Holostars boys as well. And then one night on Twitch, I stumbled upon a certain streamer who pretty much catalyzed a shift in my lifestyle, at least my casual at-home lifestyle, and started spending a lot more time on Twitch watching indie VTubers instead of the corporate Hololive and Niji Sanji. We're, glossing over a certain elephant in the room about one of those companies, but regardless, I started spending a lot more time on Twitch. And since most people who know me and will be watching this video will know who I mean anyway, we'll just go right out and say it was Violet. I found her stream by complete chance, and I wound up stuck in the Twitch scene for the indies with a large focus on the ASMR community, but not a primary focus. I met more through a chain of events of meeting other people. I met more wonderful people, and they all encouraged me. But in the middle there, I'm glossing over the important part. Violet encouraged me to stop letting my living circumstances get in the way of doing what I wanted to do. So slowly but surely, I started streaming. One moment. There we go. Slowly but surely, I started streaming. And, it kind of went from there. So now I'm here with a small but generous at the same time opportunity to make the kind of community I wanted to make. And I want to thank every single one of you for giving me that opportunity, because not a single one of you played a small role in it. Every person who helped me get to where I am. And I'm not saying it's a lot, but it's a lot more than I ever expected. But every single one of you has contributed to my position in a significant way, even if some were more than others. It's not a contest. It's never a contest. You've helped me, and that's all I could ask for. Let me make sure that that's not overpowering me, even though I don't think it is. So, eventually, I re-encountered an old friend of mine, thanks to a series of coincidences, and in the process also made a handful of new friends via their community. Now, I would love to individually thank every single person that helped me get here, but that would be pretty long and it would take away the point of the video. So I just want to say to anyone who's encouraged me, or even just enjoyed my content, come to the stream and hung out, I appreciate you. Very much. And I hope we can continue to spend lots of good times on the stream together. I appreciate you. More than you might know. And that's pretty much it for this video. You all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Take care of yourselves and one another. And I will see you in the next one. Later.